Hey Sam, how you doing?
I'm doing really good. How are you, Mike?
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited. Yes.
yeah.
We have a very special guest this evening.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
guests, mom and daughter, um, that I've been looking forward to. So, um, yeah, I know that everyone knows who they are, and I hope
hmm
that everyone is able to come out to the festival in October to come see him.
Sounds like you're giving it away, Mike.
Well, I'm about to bring them in. So, and they will have seen the teaser by now and a couple previews. So I'm thinking hopefully, they would know who I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and bring them in.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Hey, Toni, Cheryl, Nyla,
Hi.
are you there? Okay. Okay. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Um, Nyla, how are you doing? How are you doing this evening?
Good.
Okay. Okay. So your mom was just telling us you got to see some puppies here.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. And what kind of dogs did you see?
A corgi and two others.
So, Nyla, let me guess. Your favorite one was the corgi. Yeah,
hmm Yeah.
Yeah.
that would
Yeah.
be my favorite too. The other
I
ones,
know.
Yeah.
They are the cutest. They
they
are
are.
super cute. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, they were
So
all rescue animals too. So the wine rhymer was beautiful, and the the spot the healer was real sweet.
okay.
Love
Okay.
that.
Well, tell you what. Do me a favor, Toni Cheryl. By the way, this is Toni Cheryl. This is Nyla's mom. Um, she and I have spoken a couple times before. She's been very gracious to help prepare for this conversation that we're about to have. Um, and Toni Cheryl, if you could, um, tell me what Nyla was like prior to the diagnosis.
Nyla has always been full of personality. She loves to be very active. She was in gymnastics. She was also on a soccer team. I was the coach of the soccer team, so we got
Mm.
some of her best friends on the soccer team, and
Oh,
that was a lot of fun, a lot of running and lots of activities and fun. She never met a stranger, always wanting to go and do and just very, very active and very well liked in school, enjoyed going to school.
Lots of
Was
friends, I'm sure.
School was always questionable, I guess. There was always PE and outside time and a lot of playtime at schools.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, very active, very okay. Just a standard issue 8-year old, right? When she was diagnosed.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
definitely.
standard issue 8. Yes, I remember when mine were at that age. Yes, standard issue.
Yeah.
So, but okay, all right. So, um, let's talk about when she was diagnosed. As we said, she was 8 when she was diagnosed. Um, what led up to it? What caused you guys to go to see the doctor to get diagnosed or to find out what was
Nyla,
going on?
she wasn't acting herself. She was tired. She had a headache and she kept complaining that her chest hurt. So, but she wasn't congested. She didn't have fever.
Hmm.
And because she's so active, I thought maybe a swing set had hit her. Maybe she fell because of gymnastics. Maybe she pulled some muscles. Didn't know what was going on. We went to the movies on a Sunday night, and during the movie, she said, "Mom, my chest hurts." Again, she sounded clear, and I said, "We'll go get you some Tylenol. You're coming down with something." Went to
hmm
Yeah.
Walgreens after the movie and went to bed. Woke up, took her to school, and 8:15, nurse called and said, "Nyla's complaining about her chest, but she sounds clear. I'm going to send her back to the classroom." 15 minutes later, she said, "She's really complaining." So I went, picked her up, took her straight to the pediatrician. They
Hmm.
did some blood work. Then they acted weird and said they needed to redo the blood work. and came back and said, we're going to send you to Driscoll Children's. They're expecting you. 4 hours later in the ER, a lady walked in and she had oncologist on her nameplate.
Oh,
So immediately we knew. And the quick
okay.
Google search
Yeah.
during the 4 hours that we were waiting to talk to someone was pretty evident what was going on.
And when the doctor spoke to you, what did she say?
She said she had leukemia. And we were in for a life change. So she immediately went into surgery the next morning and she had a Mediport put in. And unfortunately, that Mediport did not work. So she went into another surgery. They were just going to fix the line, but they ended up redoing the whole Mediport. And that was where she could receive her medication. So she started receiving chemo right away. And she started her journey with intensive chemo and bone marrow biopsies and procedures. It's been since January 26th of 2023. We've been in and out of the hospitals.
Wow. That's tough.
Okay. So, okay. When you and I spoke last night, getting ready for this, you mentioned she had what was it called, the Philadelphia leukemia?
Yes, she has a Philadelphia positive marker to her leukemia. And only 2% of children end up having this type of leukemia. It is very rare. And so she had to take some additional chemotherapies, very intensive chemotherapies, because of the type of mutation and type of marker that she has for her leukemia.
Wow.
So, Nyla, what were you thinking with all this going on? Do you remember much?
Yeah, when you were 8.
It was just going on.
Back then?
Yeah, maybe you just didn't understand,
Right.
what it was. Yeah.
I think more she understood that she was not able to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
She had to do homeschool, which Flower Bluff ISD has been fantastic. And the teachers agreed to come to our house twice a week.
Oh, that's
And
awesome.
when she was hospitalized, they would go up to the hospital.
Wow.
Hmm.
That is
She's had some really
amazing.
fabulous teachers, really wonderful women.
I love that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's great.
And so you have graciously shared a lot of photos with me. And I did see a lot of photos where she was in the hospital, she was having procedures done. What going through that? What, were there any moments that you were I don't want to say more concerned than others, but um what was besides the day of where she was supposed to ring the bell that you and I spoke about before then, what were you going through? What can you tell us what you were going through and what you were experiencing and all that?
It's just a lot of unknowns, and
Okay.
to see uh, a lot of sickness,
Yeah.
a lot of concern, a lot of worry,
Yeah.
and also just having to be isolated. That's really tough.
Yeah.
Without her, she wants to have friends over. She wants to go
Yeah.
do things. And I'm a very laissez-faire, outgoing person and positive person. Having it affect our personalities has been very challenging.
Right.
I don't like saying no to Nyla, especially with everything she has to go through.
Understood.
Having to weigh the risk and versus reward has been a challenge as well past couple of years. Because she doesn't, she's like, I feel good. And
Right.
her feel good could be 50% of really what people would typically feel good.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
okay. So I mean, okay. Okay. So
So there's no movies, there's no sleepovers. There's no vacations. There's no going to HEB. There's just a lot of things that people do on a day-to-day basis. And it's been very, very few opportunities to do things like that.
Were any of her friends able to come by and see her? Was she in a situation where that was permitted? Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yes,
awesome.
yes. There were times when she would complete a chemo regimen, and she would get into what they called maintenance, and so very low dose chemo. And so at that time, her immune system was strong enough to where if she was exposed to something, then she could fight it off and she could get better quicker. But any fever, we had to go to the emergency room. And
Yeah.
every emergency room trip is at least 6 hours. And if her
Yeah.
immune system was low, it was an immediate admission for another, 2 days to 4 weeks. We just never knew. So hard to plan for things. Very difficult to plan.
Yeah. Imagine. Well, can't imagine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was the biggest concern is every time she would have a fever, we had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Whether it
That's
was 4
rough.
in the morning, whether it was 2 in the afternoon. I mean, it didn't matter. We had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, being parents ourselves, we always worry. We always worry. Yeah. Like, yeah, that part I completely understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so leading up to the day that the bell was going to be rung, I'm sure there was a lot of excitement, a lot of positive energy going into that. Can you describe the days leading up to it?
Yeah,
What
we
you
were
guys were
always told
doing?
it was a 2-year program for this chemo and different chemos for 2 years. But once we reached that 2-year mark and we had the date that she was going to ring her bell, and we had family in town, and we had T-shirts made, and we had the entire staff that we've gotten to know for 2 years. They were ready to have the party at the clinic,
Hmm.
and
Wow.
we had planned on going to visit other people in the hospital, and ready for videos, the whole bit. And when we got to clinic, they took blood work, and the sense of celebration, you could see it in people's face as they walked by, as we were waiting. And so I knew something was wrong. It's very disappointing. And we were called into a room. We were told that her cancer had come back, and she started chemo the next day again, and another bone marrow biopsy. It's just very frustrating.
Yeah.
Very frustrating. And then we found out it wasn't the same type of cancer. The Philadelphia marker was gone, but she has new mutations to her blood, and she now has treatment-related AML, acute myeloid leukemia. The mutations she has now, about only 2% of children have it.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. And so the only cure was a bone marrow transplant, a stem cell transplant. That's the only what they have a cure for this.
And who was the hero that stepped in to do this?
Yeah, we did testing. Yes, her sister.
Your sister.
Yes, complete match, 100%.
Oh,
Same
I mean,
same
that's
gender,
fantastic.
same blood type. Yeah, couldn't have asked for a better match.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so she was diagnosed second week of February, February 11th. She had a hard time getting to bone marrow transplant. Um, Had a very difficult time getting there, and
Mm-hmm.
I almost lost her. She was given 4 to 8 hours at one point, and
Oh, my Lord.
she was in an induced coma. I didn't hear her voice for about 5 weeks. It was just the most traumatic part of this whole journey. not knowing if your daughter, you're going to ever hear her voice again.
I'm so sorry. That is.
Yeah. I went
That's
home
hard.
to switch off with her father, and I'd been avoiding her bedroom. I would just walk by. I couldn't go in there. But I had to bring some stuff in, and I looked around, and then her scent hit me, and that's when I lost it. I just could smell her. So as a mom, your kids have a certain scent, and you could line up 100 kids. I know my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just kept saying, she has to make it through this. She has to make it through this. And she did. Oh, she was high risk for sure. High risk. But Herman Memorial saved her life, and she was transferred to MD Anderson. Yes.
How's her sister doing?
Her sister's good. She's very pleased to have saved Nyla's life.
I love it. It's
Yes.
so cute.
Yes.
And
She's
this is a little sister, right?
big.
Big sister.
Big sister. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Wow. So
Mm-hmm.
she's a
That's
hero.
awesome. That's awesome. That's amazing.
Yes, she is.
So-
She's great.
So, hey, Nyla, your sister's going to hold this over you for the rest of your life, don't you? I saved your life. You remember that. So Nyla, you want to tell us how you're doing? Tell us what you're feeling and thinking with all this going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
She's a little bashful, isn't she?
What do you think about being out of the hospital? I love it.
I love that.
Are
Okay.
you've been in Houston how long now? Do you know what day you are? Almost 100 days.
73 or 72.
Mm-hmm.
I've been in Houston for like almost 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You ready to go home?
Oh, I'd be ready to go home too.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is there anything, Nyla, is there anything you want the people who are going to watch this to know about you, about what you've gone through, about, whatever you're thinking? Is there anything that you want to tell people? I know that's a big question, isn't it? Big question.
Thank you for
What about blood donations?
blood donations, platelets, donations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Donate blood, donate platelets. Yes.
Yeah, if you can, it has saved her life. She has had, I believe, about 60 platelet transfusions and about 120 blood transfusions in the past 2
Wow.
weeks. Yes. At one point, she was getting at least 4 transfusions a day.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Yes.
Holy cow.
The generosity of people that donate blood, it's a lifesaver.
And is she still going through that?
She has not had a platelet transfusion in 2 weeks at this point.
Yay!
Awesome.
That's
Yes.
great.
Awesome.
Yes, girl. Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. What do you think about this whole festival that's being thrown in your honor, Nyla? That's a big festival. A lot of people coming out
Yeah.
just for you. No pressure. You'll get a lot of hugs, a lot of love from a lot of great people. I can promise you that. And I really hope that you feel that. So yeah, you are absolutely the guest of honor there that day.
Absolutely.
So, all right, Toni Cheryl, what do you think about everything that's going on?
Hopeful, and it's amazing to see the support that the community can provide, not only by the school but neighbors, people I don't know, people from my workplace, people from previous workplaces, people from high school, people from churches.
Mm-hmm.
It's the level of support has been fantastic, and even if it's just I'm praying for you, and I know Nyla's going to come out of this. And can I send you a casserole for the evening? Can
Yeah.
I, what gift cards do you need? The resources in Houston have been wonderful. The doctors and nurses in Corpus Christi and Houston, everyone wants the best for Nyla, and
Right.
that helps us get through the day,
Awesome.
knowing that we have people that love her.
Yeah,
Kind
we're
of.
all rooting for y'all. I mean, there's so many people out there that we talk about Nyla so frequently. We talk about the festival coming up to help support her ongoing treatment and everything. It's this community is incredible, and everybody is rooting for you. Everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
will have grown men, not just grown women, but grown men, tearing up and
Hmm.
crying, just out of sheer emotion of, because a lot of us, myself included, have had family members with cancer, not leukemia and not pediatric, but we've all dealt with cancer in some form or fashion. So it does touch us to our souls a lot. And that's probably why you've seen such an outreach. So Sam, did you have anything else? I'm about to do it myself.
No, I mean, I don't know how you feel, you know what I'm saying? But I
Hmm.
do know that my heart goes to you. My heart goes to Nyla, to your whole family, and I pray and hope and wish and do everything that you can to help with positivity for Nyla's successful treatment, and that she does get to eventually ring that bell, hopefully really soon.
Yes, yes. Wait a minute. Hold up. Speaking of the festival, Mike mentioned that there's a chance she might be able to attend, maybe, hopefully.
Yes.
Is the bell of
Awesome.
the ball going to be there?
It's October 10th and 11th, 12th.
Yeah.
So that Saturday, we're going to make an appearance. Yay. Yeah, it's right outside
And
of Corpus Christi, right across the bridge from Portland. Mm-hmm.
mhm.
You want to bring a friend?
Well, yeah.
Bring Lucetta?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So,
All goes
I
well. Everything
if
is
all
going
goes
well for now. Yes.
right,
Good,
and she'll
good.
be how many days out at that point?
She'll be 110 days out from that point,
Oh,
from her
okay.
transplant.
Awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Eh,
um,
Awesome.
it's still, they said the doctor said December should be when we're less worried and there's less risk about her being out and doing things in public. But,
Hmm.
but for, small trips and things of that nature, we can, it's outside. We can make it work.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Awesome.
That would be amazing.
So, and did I hear correctly yesterday that someone might be having a birthday coming up soon?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're going to be 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
She
Okay.
can't count them on her fingers anymore.
Ooh.
She has to use
She's
her toe.
getting into that preteen stage. Look out. Look out.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, the fun stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, her sister's 13. She should be going with us as well for the event.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Wonderful.
So, Toni Cheryl, I truly appreciate this. Again, I wish you the very best. I will stay in touch with you leading up to the festival, getting updates. You'll probably get your phone blown up at least once a day, and you'll see me come across. Um, And Nyla, I wish you the very, very best, dear. You look amazing. You really do. I love your smile. I love your smile. That's a radiant smile. I love it. So
She does have a wonderful smile.
Absolutely.
She
Oh,
does. She
now
loves
she
to
don't want to smile.
smile.
Go
She
on
does.
now.
She loves to smile. She loves to make jokes and make, her making other people happy is the way she is every day. She wants the best for everybody else too. She's never been, what about me? And I feel sad for myself. She's never been that way. Yeah.
all right, Sam, did you have any last final words, thoughts, comments?
Yeah, I really hope that y'all do get to make it because I would love to be able to meet y'all in person.
Yes,
And obviously, it would mean that you're doing well as well. So,
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely. And there will be hugs involved. I'm just telling you, there will be hugs involved. Okay, so again, thank you very much. Wish you both the very best. And yeah, thank you again.
yeah,
Appreciate it.
thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
You
Okay.
as well.
At one time, at Herman Memorial, she was up to 17 different computers hooked up to her.
Wow.
Yes,
Yikes.
17. It was quite the Christmas tree of computers
Ugh,
and
wow.
lots of tubing. So one time she was trying to get out of bed, and I said, Nyla, you have to get out of bed on that side of the bed. And she was just, she was confused. Then she she grabbed she grabbed her phone and she was trying to put her phone on as a shoe.
Ah,
I don't even tell them.
Oh, she was trying to put on a shoe, poor thing. I got her to wake up a little bit. I'm like, let me help you to the restroom. So yes, 24-hour care was a requirement to proceed with the bone marrow transplant. I had to say I would comply with certain
mm,
standards of care that they required of anyone getting a bone marrow transplant.
okay. Gotcha. So, yeah, I mean, like you're gonna say no.
Yeah, I kind of had to.
I mean,
So yeah, made myself comfortable. They had a bed and got a mattress topper. Nyla would have once a week if she needed things. She had like a budget, if you will, from the hospital, like a new pillow or a better towel or things of that nature. She could order stuff. Um, Free food, which is nice. Whataburger came
yeah.
once a week.
Ooh,
You
nice.
know, hospital food wasn't too terrible, but after after a couple months, you get to know the menu real well.
Yeah, I bet.
And the free food was for her, so sometimes it was me eating leftovers, and because not being able to leave was challenging, but
Yeah.
made it work.
Yeah. Well, you're a super mom, so there's that.
Yeah, I'd do anything for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, stuff because she's just so wonderful. And when all this first happened, me and my best friend were like, we didn't understand why Nyla.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
no kid deserves it. No kid.
Mm-mm.
But just with such a happy child she's always been,
Yeah.
it's hard to understand.
And so, yeah, sometimes, really bad things happen to really good people.
Yes.
And why, we'll never understand.
I still don't understand. She's just a champion, which her name Nyla, it means champion.
Look at that.
That's the definition of
Okay.
her name. Nyla Maybell. So when I named her, she was my beautiful champion. She still is.
Yes, she is.
Yes.
Amazing. Strong girl right there. That's a strong girl.
Yes, she is.
You're gonna knock it out
She's,
the park. You're gonna
she's
get rid
gone
of
through
it.
a lot. She's made it through. She, when she had a brain hemorrhage at Driscoll Children's, she was put into an emergency surgery to have the fluid drained from her head. And that's when she was put in
Oh.
an induced coma.
Oh.
And yes, so she kept what they call an EVD, the ventricle drain. She kept that in for several weeks, and they wanted to put a shunt in her brain so it would drain the fluid from her brain down to her belly. And I said
Okay.
no, would not agree with that. I said, give her a chance. You got to give her a chance.
Yeah.
And then because she was intubated for over 2 weeks, at 2 weeks, they wanted to put a trach in. And I said, no, you have to give her a chance. And she was intubated for 5 weeks. She couldn't, for 5 weeks. And they took out the EVD and they took out the trach. And she learned how to walk and talk all over again.